What's going on? It's Justeeni here. Are you guys ready for some Ram Dingles? That's right, it's a Ram Dinglage tournament. So yeah, if you guys don't remember how it works, normal Pangea, host skips turn 0, there are no tribe bans, you can pick whatever you want. This time around, once again switching things up, trying to be unpredictable, I go with Quetzalli. And I do think it is a pretty good choice as a way, and you'll see why. Let's get right into things. So I go classic, turn 0 organization with Quetzalli. Very normal stuff so far. Extremely good cities here. You can see 5 fruits on both, very easy level 3s. And I can get nice and early explore, see what's going on. And yeah, kind of goes along the coast, but it does meet the opponent, giving me 3 meeting stars. And I even find the opponent's capital. And this, you can already start to see the advantages of Quetzalli as a way. These defenders are going to be so good here. I've been having so much fun with Quetzalli and defenders in general. Such an underrated unit, honestly. But here, the big argument is basically because the opponent has less time to expand, they're going to lose access to these villages, which normally they could at least fight over. Now they're just not getting them at all. And it's going to give me a convincing city advantage that should be pretty reasonably easy to hold. And it doesn't require me to like expand super fast. It's just I have defenders and they had to skip turn 0. So I'm able to get really good presence. And even I take this really far. I don't step on this village here. I don't do that because I want to fight over here, steal anything that I can. Like if I don't steal a village here and it turns out that this was a waste and I should have gone on the village, oh well, not a big deal. But if I take a village, it's great. The risk reward is absolutely there. And yeah, they're going very eco-heavy, not going for riders. I find a ruin, which is pretty neat. They're going towards the village, but my defender's there to deny. I go for riding. Again, very aggressive. Lots of defenders, again, for the reasons I mentioned earlier. They just can't stop them. And yeah, now there's a village here. Thanks to my warrior and rider, both supporting, they cannot step on the village. So again, this warrior going here, working out very well, and I just put a different warrior there. Now going road to pre-cap. I can just reach around very easily. I'm looking at this village now. The opponent is able to take the ruin and be a bit feisty, but at this point, they only have 3 cities. We can only see 2, but there is definitely a city somewhere here. At least I believe it's like here or something. Because I remember their score went up in the game, so I knew that they had something, and they were getting units there. They only sent 1 here. Yeah, they have a city there. But only 3 cities. That's all that they're going to have for the whole game. Whereas you can see I'm going to easily take the rest of the map. Partly thanks to this warrior getting this village later. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Currently 1-0. Let's go ahead and cut to the next match. Alright, so now, next game, this time I'm hosting. I decided to go with Zabasi because there's a really cool opening you can do when you're hosting and skipping that turn 0. And we're going to see it right here. So first, upgrading, turn 1, and expanding. I find a ruin, which actually isn't a big deal. I find a second ruin. I decided not to take this ruin though because I need to expand. This warrior didn't find villages, so I need to pick up a village soon. Luckily though, this is still pretty fine. I also again rejected this ruin. And again, don't go for this one either because A, I need villages, and B, this ruin is really safe. This one, not quite as safe, which is why I prefer this one. It's a bit closer to the center. The opponent could do something about it. But yeah, I go construction hunting pre-cap. Get another warrior for that ruin. Star ruin though, very nice. And this is going to help my position a ton because my resources in my capital are garbage. But in my second city, they're pretty good. In my third city, they're phenomenal though, so Star ruin is going to massively help there. And this explorer, it goes backwards, really awful. So a bit of a slow expansion, but the ruins are absolutely making up for it. I need to get a second explorer though, and of course it also goes the wrong way. Yeah, firing 2 explorers on a normal Pidgey. I barely find the opponent, but I'm going to be fighting in the dark because, yeah, I can't actually see them. Like, unless I can take another city, but there they are. Staying in this city, I can't actually do much about it. So I decide not to. Border growth instead. Next turn I get a giant. I'm picking up a lot of ruins still. Like, I have access to 5 ruins because I already picked one up. And yeah, the opponent doing pretty well. I get a sword rune, which is super nice. I'm guaranteed to get this village. And a chance of stealing this too. At the very least, it's a lot of pressure. And I'm pressuring here. Getting my windmills set up. Yeah, I don't go for the giant yet. Mainly, I don't remember exactly what it was. Oh yeah, I only have 11 stars, so I actually can't get a giant. So I just kind of set it for next turn. Now they're able to delay me from getting this village. And they take that village back there, but they kind of misplaced the rider, letting me hit it. And I siege. They actually cannot break the siege here because of the zone of control warriors. There's 2 of them. They have to go both. I get the giant going. And yeah, despite only 3 cities on turn 9, the opponent's not doing too well themselves because they're about to lose a city. And getting a city stolen, like, after you've taken it, is a lot worse than just not having the city in the first place. Opponent is able to sneak around and get this city. I get another giant though, and it pushes towards the center. And yeah, I've got lots of space. This border growth is phenomenal. Like, look at this, literally perfect border growth. I was fine worsening the city because this border growth is just too good to pass up. But the opponent is going to defend with riders. They do need a plan for the giants, but they have good resources, so I suspect they will get like hunting forestry and whatnot. But yeah, second vet sword is coming in from the other ruin that I got. And just like that, I have now 6 cities. Now actually looking at an advantage, possibly. Now getting another giant, 3 giants, and I still don't see the opponent's first giant. Opponent just trading some more units. There it is. We see Math getting a giant right in the middle. And yeah, I'm going for this city here. They can't really defend it adequately. Sending giants, warriors in. These can't be killed by the giant because there's giant defending. If they do that, they lose a lot of unnecessary HP. So they have to use these riders, which aren't quite good enough. That also means that they can no longer defend the city at all. Grabbing the ruin here, upgrading, getting another giant in the city. It's a level 7 city now, and it still could level up once more. They have a bunch of catapults in the back though, which I wasn't expecting, so they are able to defend there just fine. But forcing the response at the very least was good. If I could see the catapults, that would have been even better. But unfortunately, I take some damage. And yeah, I can't quite go in for the kill because they can advance their catapults, defend here, hold on to everything, so I just take what I can get. Free Spirit Ruin is very good here. I don't take the city, but when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. It's producing nothing, and if I take it, it's producing 1 star per turn, and my tech prices go up even more than that. I want chivalry. I want trade. I might even want like diplomacy potentially. I don't want my tech prices to be expensive, so how about they have the expensive tech prices? They need trade desperately here. They're almost at it, but it's going to be harder when their trade is 3 stars more expensive. They push another giant. They're trying to establish a good control with their catapults, which makes a lot of sense here. I go for trade. Not going for chivalry because I'm realizing I can get away with trade just fine. This is a lot of a safer option here. Chivalry might be winning on the spot, but it's uncertain because I can't see the rest of the map, so I decide to not risk it. The opponent, again, just setting up their catapults, trying to force me to move back, but I just decide to stay there because they only have 1 catapult. I'm willing to have my giant get hit once, but they're trying to advance, trying to pressure me to move back. Makes a lot of sense. Now I go for chivalry, train the knights, and in moving forward like this, they've almost overextended. I say almost because they still have the chance to move back. I'm moving my giants back though. If they move any further forward, then they have overextended and they will lose everything. I capture the city now because, well, I've already got the important techs. I can get fishing and upgrade the city, maybe even get an explorer if I want, and the opponent might be able to finally unsiege if I don't take right now. The vet sword could be super useful in helping the attack. Before, not so much. They had a defense, but now with the knights, there could be some consideration with attacking. They decide to set up a nice wall. They have trade. And yeah, it looks like their catapults are safe, but it actually isn't. Again, these are live games, but at this point I had like 6 minutes to calculate it. Of course, naturally, I still screw things up. This rider hit is a mistake. Luckily not a fatal one. I am able to recover from my really silly blunder. Well, not really much of a blunder, just a slight oversight. But now I can chain through everything. And at this point, this is a very easy conversion. Now with adequate vision, seeing I only have 4 cities, and I can just advance with all my giants and stuff. As long as I don't get knight chained, then I'm simply winning here. Disband all those extra knights because it's not worth waiting for them to heal. Order growth on my capital because why not? Get fishing. Yada yada yada. I have vision. There's the knight, but I've played around it. Whoop-de-doo. They siege. They don't resign for some reason. I don't know what they're playing for because I have this in the bag. I siege all of their cities at once and then they finally let me take their capital. But yeah, another 2-0. Looking really good in the ram dinglage so far. Everyone getting absolutely ram dingled, as they say. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.